Hi, my name is Marijn and I'm an addict. I drink 700 milligrams of caffeine a day and I've been doing this for many years right now. I love the taste and the energy of my morning coffee. I love my afternoon energy drink and I love my pre-workout before hitting the gym. So, why would I quit? Last week I went to the doctor to check my blood pressure.
Ja, dus de eerste was 180/80. De tweede was 163/77. En de derde was 163/68.
And it was too high. At my age, that should definitely not be the case. And they told me I could face serious consequences in the future. They also told me that it most likely had to do with caffeine. Some other effects that I noticed was that I started to become dependent on caffeine. I would need my coffee in the morning, otherwise I could not start working. Next to that, I got energy dips during the day. I also got anxiety when I would drink too much caffeine. Now the reason I've been postponing this is because of the withdrawal symptoms that I started looking up, such as headache, fatigue, depression, irritability, difficulty concentrating, even vomiting and muscle pain. I'm afraid, but I'm gonna do this because right now we need to. Before I share that with you, make sure to subscribe for more health and fitness challenges. Morning guys, it is day one today. Monday, the 23rd of January. I did my regular morning routine, like take a cold shower, get ready for the day. And then the next part of my morning routine is to go here, grab a coffee cup, put it in there, but that's not gonna happen today. Now, I literally didn't prepare myself yesterday, so this is just what we got at the house. I like this one, but I'm gonna have to double check if there's any caffeine in it. I don't think it says caffeine there. All right. That's honestly quite nice. But it's not the same. So normally this is my moment, okay, in the morning, and now I'm having trouble writing my daily wins for the day because I'm just tired. I'm sure some of you have read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. He talks about every habit having 4 stages, the habit loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. You go through these every time. The cue is what triggers a habit or behavior. In this case, waking up, since drinking coffee is part of my morning routine. If you recognize this, comment down below how much caffeine you drink. The craving, otherwise called hunger or motivator. In this case, I want to feel alert and sharp. The response is when you act on that habit or action. In this case, drinking a cup of coffee. And then finally, the reward is the result or endpoint of every habit. In this case, I satisfy my craving to feel alert. Drinking coffee now gets associated with waking up. So one way to get rid of bad habits is by swapping them for another habit. So this is what I started doing. I would get my cue and craving in the morning to drink coffee, and I swap my response to drinking a cup of tea instead. Did this fully satisfy my craving? No, but it was enough for me to start planning my day with a cup of tea and get to work. It's been a rough start, to be honest. Everything that could go wrong went wrong today. I mean, like the small things, like leaving the house and I'd be like, oh, I didn't bring food with me. And I just realized that I forgot to bring a camera that I'm supposed to bring because we're filming later today. So I'm gonna have to go back home. It's tough. I don't have a headache yet, so that's one positive thing. Day number 2. Let's go. So I thought it went pretty well yesterday, at least as far as the headache. Okay, the rest was not good. But then this morning I got loads of messages about the green tea. People saying that there is caffeine in it. 100%. We checked yesterday. We did it together on the video. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna actually Google this stuff. Maybe that's why the headache wasn't too bad.
Short answer, yes, but that's not the whole story. Although Clipper comes from the same plant as black tea, it's processed differently. You're left with a delicious calming green tea and less caffeine in your cup. What a shitty answer is this, man.
Damn, man. Bottom line, I did not have a 0 caffeine day yesterday. So then today we're gonna do one. Naturally caffeine free. So right now I'm actually driving a different way to our studio since yesterday, and that has to do with the fact that one of the reasons I was getting those white monsters every day is because I was driving past the gas station on the way to our studio. So it's always seeing that gas station and then relating it to that white monster, and so that was the trigger for me. Okay, so I'm eliminating that trigger from my life now. Changing your environment is extremely helpful when trying to get rid of a bad habit. We often think we can control what we do. It is so much easier to make sure there is no queue in the first place by making sure I did not drive past the gas station. I would trick my mind not to get the cue. I would make it more difficult for myself to get an energy drink, because then I would have to make a conscious decision to spend more time driving to that gas station, and I would just quickly let it go. It's 10:30 by now. I've been working here for a few hours, and the moment is here. The headache is starting. I thought I'm gonna be too smart for this, and I'm gonna take some paracetamol to hack this headache, but there is caffeine in this, okay, which is equal to caffeine. That's fucked. I just gotta live with the headache. Let's go. So it's 3 in the afternoon, and the headache did start to come. So I went for a little nap. It did not make things better, man. I don't want to get out of here. So I just woke up and now I'm headed to the gym. I'm honestly feeling strange, guys. I've been feeling strange these last 2 days. I don't really know. I'm sort of like tired in a way, but at the same time, like I just seem to care less about things. I'm also in a little bit of a dark spot. You know, I'm not as positive as I normally am, but maybe it's because I'm less energetic. I don't hype myself up as much. No joke, probably wouldn't be able to do it in a 9 to 5. We'll fall asleep on my desk. There is one positive thing to this all, and that is that I got a very good night's sleep yesterday. So I hope that continues, or it could have been because I was just so freaking tired, but I hope there will be more positives to this. So normally what I would have done in this scenario was taking a pre-workout without caffeine, like a pump product for my protein, but I ran out. Very stupid, but anyways, we're gonna hit the weights. Pretty damn tired. Blasted some music in the car. I feel ready though. We're just gonna do machines because I'm still having pain in my ankle.
Racing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
I'm waking up tired, man. It's day number 3. Actually, I had a surprisingly good workout yesterday, so that was pretty awesome, man. We're gonna hop into that cold shower now, because that really wakes me up. Second session without caffeine, pretty tired. We're also shooting a lot of videos at the same time, so it's a grind, but we're getting through it. But today's a good day, guys. First day, I'm not walking with crutches anymore. An ankle brace. Yesterday I went to the physical therapist. The news could have been worse, so it's gonna take a while before I can run again. But there's progress.
I came from the mud.
I was kind of proud of myself for not having to take a nap today, because I was like, today's a better day than the other 2 days. But I think I am gonna go for a slight little nap. I'm gonna close my eyes for a little bit. So that was 10 to 15 minutes, closing my eyes, and this one showed up. But she brought food, so it's okay. So something else I've realized, that I'm extremely hungry during these days. Now I am cutting body fat at the moment, but the last few days I've been extra hungry, which is super logical because caffeine is a really good appetite suppressant. Today, since you know it's day 3, I feel like I've been doing really well. I want to like reward myself a little bit for all the hard work. Amazing. Another day, another tea. We're back at it. Today I decided to sleep in a little bit to give myself the space to wake up whenever I wanted without an alarm. And I slept until 8 in the morning, man, which is late for me. Okay, feels good. It's like my sleep has been so good the past 3 days, and I'm wondering if it has to do with me just having the withdrawal symptoms and having to recover from all those years of activity and caffeine, or if it's just not having any caffeine in my system and now being able to sleep much better and improve the quality of my sleep. We've been in the car we're over 3.5 hours today, so a lot of coffee, a lot of Starbucks, which I really like, the nice coffees, but I cannot have any. Okay, I cannot have any. So what do you think? How have I been this week?
I've noticed a lot of tiredness, so sleeping in the afternoon.
Just took a nap before this clip.
Yeah.
That's why she's driving.
Yeah. And also, you're forgetting a lot of things.
The first few days were tough, but things got even harder after that. Running out of gas. God, this is not funny, man. This is not funny. Constantly being tired and going through every single withdrawal you can think of. But I kept reminding myself that this was all part of the process. Finally, after a few more days, my energy levels started to stabilize, and I started feeling more like myself again. So one thing that has not gotten easier in week 2 is these early morning gym sessions, right? The gym opens up at 7, which means I'm already awake for 2 hours, but now I'm not able to have caffeine, and I like to train on an empty stomach during my intermittent fast, right? Now caffeine really helps with appetite suppressing and also with that energy, right? So right now I feel kind of I'm kind of hungry when I train, which is not ideal. It's like once I'm in the gym, it's not a big deal. It's more so for the hype when I get started, and I feel a bit weaker beforehand. But it's hard to say when it comes to my lifts because I've been injured on my ankle, so I'm doing machines and stuff, so I don't know exactly if my lifts are suffering, but hey, it is what it is. So after 14 days of quitting caffeine, this is what I found out. So the first few days were extremely difficult. I was literally suffering from a drug withdrawal. No joke. A lot of sleep, headache. I was so tired during the day. I kept forgetting all my stuff. It was a hell, to be honest. Even the people around me told me that I did not have my shit together, basically. After a few days, it got much better. and my sleep since day one improved a lot. And I thought this had to do with the withdrawal, but actually my sleep kept improving. In my second week, I realized that I was a lot more stable during the day. My energy levels were stable and they were not spiking a lot compared to when I was drinking caffeine. Because I would be very productive in the morning, but then in the afternoon I would have this crash. For the gym sessions, same thing. First, my gym sessions suffered a little bit, but once I got used to training without caffeine, I actually was able to motivate myself. It was a bit more difficult getting to the gym, but once I was at the gym, I was lifting weights and I was feeling good about it, and I did not experience this pre-workout crash. And the biggest win for me, obviously, is my lower blood pressure. Whoa. It's still on the higher side, but it's only been 2 weeks, so keep that in mind. And I also was pretty nervous for this, I think, so that may have had an effect. So overall, great experiment, great outcome. Now, what are the cons of quitting caffeine? First con is the withdrawal period. Extremely difficult, but you will go through it, and after that things will get better. I promise. Another con is that you don't always have energy. Like, you cannot always force yourself to have energy without caffeine. So let's say I have a day with less energy, but I have an important presentation or I'm gonna shoot a video. When I had the ability to drink caffeine, I could just force myself to get that energy. Third con is just the moment, okay? Just the feeling of sitting down in the morning, having your coffee, having that Monster energy drink, that pre-workout before hitting the gym. I know I sound like an addict right now, but those are honestly big cons of quitting. So what I'm gonna do moving forward is I'm gonna go back to drinking caffeine, but not the same way that I used to. And I'm gonna obviously keep measuring my blood pressure and see if anything changes. In general, science has shown that caffeine is not necessarily bad for you, only in these enormous amounts, which I was drinking it in. My idea was to have a maximum of 150 milligrams a day. I got that idea from Joey D, who also quit caffeine, I think a couple years ago. He told me that he was doing that now, and it was a good experience for him. And this way, I feel like I can do it in a healthy way. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you're gonna like this video as well, which is about waking up at 5 a.m. and how it changed my life. Enjoy.